Okay, I'm going to show you how to make all of this a lot neater. You have, I don't know how many layers. It's not a little, but it's not really organized. I mean, you did a hell of a job naming these things. So that's good. At least you know this is Canva P and this is whatever the hell it is. Harkiot, whatever. Not even going to try to pronounce that. But anyway, what I did was I went ahead and I found all of your head pieces. Here they are right here. Some of them were down here, some of them were up here, but I went through and found all the head pieces and I marked them red just for my reference so I know where they are. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. But what you can do is right click on the top or the bottom and shift click to the end, and you can right click on that and go group from layers. I'm going to click off of that, or you can just click on this icon and it'll put all of those into a group. So watch when I click this button. They all go into a group. And you want to double click on the name. Don't double click on here or out here. Double click on the name. It takes a little bit of a touch, and then you can rename the group. So we'll name this right head. For me, I would probably just name it R head, because the less you have to type, the better. So I know that this is the right guy's head. And when I click off this group, you'll see that the whole head will disappear, because all of the head pieces are in R head. And let me take off this red, so I'll show you how to put it back on. I do the same thing. Click, shift click, and then you want to click like here, not on the eyeball, but outside of the eyeball, and put no color. And to make them all one color, you would do the same thing and then choose your color, such as red. I'm going to turn that off for now. Let me turn that off, no color. Okay, now I think the top three are the hair. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm going to select these three, and I'm going to also put them in a group. Now you don't have to do this, but I'm just showing you how you can make subgroups in a group to keep it even further organized. And I do the same thing. I click here, and we'll call that one hair. So now when you're looking through it, you're like, where the hell are my hair layers? Well, they're right here. Where the hell is my head? Well, the head is right here. And let's see what this is. I think these are all eyes. Yeah, so we can select these four and put them in a group, and we can call that eyes. And if you want, you can further break that down to, I'm going to call this is my naming convention. This is his right eye because it's on his right, on my right. Even though it's technically his left eye, I call it the right eye because it helps me keep from getting confused. And this would be his left eye. This would be his right arm, his left arm. This would be this guy's right arm. So I call this right and this left. So I select these two, put them in a group, and I call them RI. And I do the same for these two. And I call that LI. And what the hell is this thing? That's the mouth. Now, you may want to actually do this. Instead of calling it blueberry single serve flavor, you may want to call this mouth. I mean, that's up to you. I would. I mean, you can actually call it mouth blueberry. So that way you know that it's the mouth that's made from a blueberry. But that may help too. And then this is tomato head. So anyway, that's a way to break down, you know, a billion layers into, you know, just a few groups. So you can have one actually for right guy and put all the right guy's parts into there, and then break that down into head, body, arms, hands, whatever the hell that is. Feet. I don't know. We'll call that feet or legs. I don't know. Whatever. Midsection. So you can break that down even further. Okay, let's see. Where do I want to go? Oh, yeah. How to color code things. So the hair is already green. So let's right-click in here and make the hair green. And the eyes are green also, but we'll just make them blue. And then these things, you don't have to color code. So when you color code a group, everything inside of it is also color coded. But you can change these if you want. You can change the left eye to orange. So this color coding can help out a bit. For example, you can do the whole head in red. Now, this is something you're going to have to remember and will help you out, because when you have a lot of groups and you know that the head layer was red, you can just find the head easier. So color coding can help out. It's up to you how you use it. Anyway, I think I went through everything that I wanted to go through. Putting all the head parts into a single group. I'm turning it off, turning it on, and then if you want to make subgroups, make it easier to find, because like my head that I made on mine had, like, I don't know, 30 different parts. So I had to break it down into eyes, mouth, nose, whatever. I had to break mine down. On yours, it's not as unmanageable, but you still may want to do it, just so you can easily find the hair layer, because you're sitting there looking at it going, where the hell is the hair? Is it this layer? Is it that layer? Well, it's in here. Where the hell are the eyes? Well, they're right here. Where the hell is the left eye? Okay, well, it's right here. You know where your shit is. So that helps out a lot. And, when you're making large, I'm going to call this large, because it's comparatively large for a shoot. When you're making large Photoshops, trying to find your stuff can kind of suck. And another trick for finding things is this button right here, Auto Select. This is a very dangerous button, so be very careful using it. I happen to have it on right now, and because I was trying to find your parts. Auto Select is when you have it on and you click on something. Let's just say this asparagus head. It will go to that layer. So this layer that it's selected is that hair. And watch when I click on this. It's going to change over here. It changed down to here, and that's that hair. Now, what's dangerous about that is, let's say I'm on the hair, and I want to move the hair. Well, it actually did it that time. But let's just say I want to move the hair, but I don't click on the hair. I click here. It's going to automatically... Well, I thought that was a tomato. I guess that's a peach. It will automatically select what you're clicking on, but I'm thinking that since I'm on hair and I move the hair, that I'm going to move the hair, but it's not, because you're clicking on the head. So 99.9% of the time I have Auto Select turned off. That way when you have hair selected and you move it, it's going to move the hair. Now it doesn't matter where I click, because it's going to move the hair, because Auto Select is turned off. So you can use that. Now, I only use that like when I'm kind of confused. I'm like, where the hell is that stinking banana? So I just click on it, and there it is. But then I immediately turn that off, because it can really screw things up. Anyway, this is a lot longer than I expected. I thought it would be about a 2-minute tutorial, but it ended up being almost 9.5 minutes, and I hope it helps you out.